Who is God? God is you. God is me. Not God in a kingly politically sense, but God as in you are deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. When you start to ascend past the 4D and descend to the 5D, you will then start to understand that everybody around you is a reflection of you. Everybody is you. We are all one organism. Everything in this universe is divinely within you. Everything in this universe is God. Now, let me just say this before I even get into all of this. Something that I like to do is play a game called Labels. I made this game up myself. I go around and I start taking labels off of things. If I see a tree, I identify that as a tree. If I see a bush, I identify that bush as a bush. But remove the label tree, remove the label bush, and what do you have? Energy, God consciousness. Underlying that tree is God consciousness, energy, consciousness. Underlying the butterfly that I may see flying is God consciousness. Underlying the energy in your dog or your pet is God consciousness. Underlying the energy in the ant you may see is God consciousness. These things are not their vessels. Their vessels are just vehicles to help them explore the world with their six senses for these animals, per se. Not the trees, not the bushes. But you start to go around and you take labels off of everything. A tree is not a tree. That's just what you identify it with to help you understand. But a tree is not a tree. What the fuck is even a tree? A bush is not a bush. What the fuck is a bush? That's energy. That's energy. And in that is God consciousness. Everything in this universe is God. Underlying this vessel is deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. This vessel is just my vehicle. But underlying this vehicle is God consciousness, everything. When you get inside of a car, you are not the car. You don't identify as the car. You are the driver. You are not the car. The car is just the vehicle. You control the car. So therefore, the deep down fabric and structure of this entire universe, consciousness, which is God, is who you are. You are not this vessel. And when you get past the third dimension, you will start to understand this when you have your spiritual awakening and you ascend to the 5D. And you start understanding that everybody around you is a reflection of you. Everybody around you is you. When you look at somebody, you think that this person is separate from you, but that person is not separate from you. We were brought up to believe that we are separate from the universe. That's just an illusion. We are not separate from this universe. Everything in this universe is divinely within all of us. I don't give a damn if it's fucking metal. I don't give a damn if it's fucking plastic or wood. It is divinely within you. Everything in this universe is divinely within you. And that is God consciousness. So when you see someone, that person is not separate from you. That person is God consciousness as well. Our egos make us think that we're separate from one another, but we are not separate from one another. Who you identify as you is your name. is your experiences, is your age. All of that is not you. Of course, experiences can kind of shape you, but you are not your experiences. You are not your name. You are not who somebody tells you who you are. That's an illusion. Right now, I'm looking at two other people walking down the street. That person is an extension of me, because underlying that vessel is God consciousness. Underlying that vessel is deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. Because the vessel is only here as a vehicle. It's only temporary. It's only temporary. So when you die, when this vessel dies, there is consciousness, there is energy that still lives on, which is truly who I am, which is truly who you are. It's just this vessel is the vehicle for you to explore this universe through the six senses. Understand that. That's something that I really want you to understand. So, my take on reincarnation is very, very weird. But this is how I see it. When this vessel dies, it is arranged to come back as a whole nother person altogether, as a whole nother vessel altogether. You will either ascend to a higher dimension or come back on this earth plane. So when this vessel dies, it is arranged that another person is born, and that person is you. Everybody you see around you has a different name that they identify with. But this is what I mean by take away labels. Start taking away people's names, because that's not who they are. You see a person that's Sam. You see a person that's Carly. Take away the name. Now who are they? You are looking at this video right now. Take away my name. Who am I? I am God consciousness. I am the fabric and structure of this entire universe. I am the flow of this universe. I am the universe expressing itself through this vessel. There's this flow to it. If you take away my name, you understand? So understand that everybody around you is not separate from you, because we are all one organism. We are one. And this is what I mean by we are one organism. If you take one human being and you put that one human being on a different planet, right? That one human being will now identify as the human being. You understand? You have the divine feminine of a human being, and you have the divine masculine of a human being. Both of these people identify as the feminine side and the masculine side. But it is one. It is one thing. Say if an alien was to come over to this planet, that alien would identify as the alien species. There will be either the male or the female species alien. So now, with this alien being on this planet, you will now know that there is another, how can I say it? There is another species. And that one species identify as a whole. That species as a whole. You understand? So, with us being one, one organism, one human being identifies as humans as a whole. Because this one human being can create life and create another human being. So therefore, that other human being is still a part of the human being that it was created from. So therefore, everybody around you is you, because it all started with one organism. You may identify that as a God that is above you, but you are deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe, and that is God. Not God as in a kingly politically sense, but God as in you are deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. The reason why the government wants you to believe that God is outside of you is so you don't get to know the God within. Because a lot of people believe in God more than they believe in themselves. A lot of people believe in what God can do for them more than what they can do for themselves. Why? A lot of people believe in God for two reasons. Either because of fear mongering. If you don't believe in God, you go to hell. They don't want to go to hell, so they result in believing in God. And another reason is to have somebody to fall back on when times get rough. Think of a person walking on a tightrope. They have that net underneath them just in case they fall, to save them. That's basically what God is. So when you're walking on that tightrope and things get rough, and just in case you fall, oh, God got me. God ain't gonna let me go through this on my own. Nah, you gotta understand that you have to be there for you when times get rough. You have to help you. God can't always help you. Because even in the times of you praying, even in the times of you calling out for help, you are finding the strength within. You are finding the strength within. When you are praying, you are manifesting. And I'm going off into a whole different topic. But when you are praying to a God, you are praying to yourself. You are manifesting it. You are affirming. You are manifesting it. That's what prayer is. Manifestation. Attracting what you think about the most, with emotion added on behind it to amplify that. That's what prayer is. You are not praying to a God. You are manifesting. And your ability to manifest comes with the law of attraction. We manifest every day. Whether if it's good or bad, you are manifesting and attracting things to you on a day-to-day basis. Whether if that's you talking about something bad or talking about something good, you are attracting these experiences into your life. You are attracting these things into your life by your thoughts and the words you speak. And emotion helps amplify the manifestation, attracting things into your life. Emotion helps amplify that. But as soon as I end this video off, I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have said way more. There's something else I could have said to make them understand a little more. I don't know why that shit happened every time I get done with a video. It's like, damn, I could have said way more. But yes, God is you. You are God. You are deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. And let me just say this real quick, because I was talking about reincarnation and stuff like that. When somebody dies, somebody else is born. When this vessel dies, somebody else is born with a new name. You know what I'm saying? They identify with that name, but that person is still you. Like I said, forget the names. Leave out the names. Leave out the labels. You are not your name. Consciousness still lives on. So when this vessel dies, another person is born, which is me, which is God consciousness, just in a different vessel. I may ascend to a higher dimension, or I may choose to come back to this earth plane to help awaken humanity. But understand that when somebody is born, that person is you, although you are experiencing the experience one at a time, one vessel at a time. You know what I'm saying? And when my nephew and my niece was born, they were born, right? They were born. And they came from the mom, of course. My sister came from my mom. My mom came from my grandma. And it keeps on going. It's all linked. It's all linked. So nobody is separate from you. Everybody is family. Family. That's just another label. But everybody is you. Family as in everybody is you. We all stem from one. And I'm not about to say, oh, we stemmed from God, a being, God. You are deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. You wouldn't even exist. The universe, okay. You are because the universe is, and the universe is because you are. Okay? So there isn't even a room for, oh, a God created us. Because you exist because the universe exists, and the universe exists because you exist. I'm not sure if I said that right, but yeah. So yeah, nobody around you is separate from you. The only thing that makes us separate from one another is the ego. When you dissolve this ego, you understand that everybody is you. Not everybody is like, and this is where people might get tricked up at. Everybody is me. What you mean everybody is me? Nah, I'm not saying like this vessel and like everybody is you, but just like a different face and just, well, yeah, of course, but not like everybody is you as in like literal terms, like I don't know how to explain it, but everybody is you as in everybody is the underlying consciousness. Everybody is the fabric and structure of this entire universe. That's what you are, because you are not your name. You are not your age. You are not none of that. What you are is deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. How do you think you're able to speak? You didn't learn these things. How do you think you were able to blink? How do you think you were able to breathe? You didn't learn these things. It just is, because you are the universe. Okay? So, I'm not sure what these white things are, but I was walking around and I seen at least 5 of them, if not 6. Those little white things that like to float in the air and they look like they like a little creature. All right, I just seen 2 of them. But yeah, that's probably like 8 of them. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you. I know damn well that there is more to say. It's just sometimes it don't be flowing. Sometimes it flows. Sometimes it don't. But it's like after I get done with the video, I'll be like, damn, I could have said so much more to make it make more sense to them. Because I wanted to make it make sense to y'all so y'all can get it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are not going to be able to understand this because they are so focused on the 3D realm, the third dimension, the materialistic realm. They are still focused on their ego. They are still focused on the media, TV, phones, all of that. So their consciousness isn't aware enough. Their consciousness isn't expanded enough to even understand and grasp this. So they're going to say, "Oh, God created us. Oh, this is how this is happening," and all of this bull. When you expand your consciousness, when you expand your awareness, only then would you start to understand. All right? I know there is a lot more that I could say right now, but I guess I'll have to save it for a part 2. So yeah, you are God. You are not God as in kingly politically sense, but you are God as in you are deep down the fabric and structure of this entire universe. So when this vessel dies, and I just want to say this, so when this vessel dies, it is arranged it is arranged for you to come back as a whole nother person altogether. If that's Sally, if that's Jacob, if that's Mark, if that's Michael, if that's Carly, if that's Savannah, whatever the name may be. So yeah, everybody around you is you. Everybody around you is you. Just you are experiencing life one at a time, one vessel at a time. But we are still here all together as one organism. And it's not even we, it's one. It's it. It's the I. Everybody identifies as I. Everyone identifies as you. But we are all you. We are all I, which is one. Y'all stay positive, y'all stay happy, and most of all, just be thankful. 11/11.